Hello, Flosstube. It's Jerry Caudell, the Yankee Creek Stitcher, and I am back for Flosstube number 4. Missed last week. I had so much to do in preparation for my yard sale, and thankfully it's over and very successful. Emptied out a lot of our basement, and now we have money to invest in new things for the home. So that's what I'm excited about. I want to thank you for joining me again. If you're a subscriber and returning, I appreciate all the views and the comments and the likes. And if you're new, thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. Today is Tuesday, October 23rd, and it is a bright sunny day. It's about 65 outside. A couple weeks ago, it was 90 one day, a front went through, and it was 60 the next day. And I don't believe the last couple weeks we've hit 70. So went from 90 to 60. We did not have a fall. And I'm okay with that. I'm ready for the cool temperatures. I don't think I could live somewhere where there wasn't change of season. So I'm enjoying the cool weather. And I'm almost to 200 subscribers, and I'm super excited about that. I am planning on a giveaway at 500 subscribers. So as I get closer to that, I'll share with you what my ideas would be for that. Some things I'm all into. I wanted to spread the word on some local companies in our area. And what I mean area is Indiana and Kentucky. I live right on the, well, not on the river, but just a few miles away from the river, so we consider Kentucky part of our area. This company, I'd found their products at the Madison Chautauqua. It's Rattlesnake Hill Farm, and they make, this was their Chipotle garlic glaze, which he suggested is fabulous on salmon, and he's right. It is delicious. It is so good. They're in Bloomfield, Kentucky. This is the Chipotle garlic glaze. I also got the roasted garlic glaze. I love garlic. And they also have a bourbon smoked garlic salt. And I am not a big salt person. I don't add salt to anything, any of my food. But he had me taste this, and the smoky flavor of that bourbon is delicious. So they do have a website, Rattlesnake Hill Farm, and they also carry their products at Total Wine and More. There are several locations of Total Wine and More in the Louisville area, and I know for sure the one at the Summit carries their products. So I was super excited about that. Very good products, great price, and I believe he also had a barbecue sauce. I didn't try that. He had me at garlic, so I stuck with those. Highly recommend it. Very good. Another thing I'm all into is my L&S. They are having a sale. It's a trick-or-treat sale this Friday and Saturday, October 26th and October 27th. I believe they're open 10 to 5:30 on Friday, and I think 10 to 2 on Saturday. But it's, you make your picks of items, and you get to draw out of the pumpkin of a special treat. So I plan on going over. There are a few things on my wish list, need list. So I'm hoping to get that. Some things we've been up to other than my yard sale, that I'm just glad that's over. That's, it wears you out, and it's time consuming in getting all your stuff together. So I'm glad that's over. And then we got to enjoy Dracula at Actors Theater in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. It was an amazing performance. It's in a very intimate theater in the Round, and it was awesome. If you have the opportunity, if you're in the area, go see it. It's great. And I think it only goes through maybe the next week and a half. I didn't look up the end date for that. And after Dracula, we went to our other little favorite restaurant, Veronice, on Frankfurt Avenue, which is just a couple blocks from the finishing touch. So awesome dinner, awesome show. Let's see what else. We also went to Derby Dinner Playhouse, which is in Clarksville, Indiana. It is a dinner theater. Excellent food beforehand. And then it was a murder, web of murder, something like that. It was a murder mystery play. We love going to the theater. It's great. Especially, you know, dinner and theater. We just love it. We have season tickets to both. So the next show at Actors Theater is Santaland Diaries. I haven't seen that yet, but I heard it is so good. I heard it's very funny. And then, of course, our annual tradition of going to see The Christmas Carol. Let's see. And then, of course, this weekend, it's October 27th, and my daughter that lives in Nashville will be on her way home, and we are putting up our huge Christmas tree, and we are so excited about that. I actually played some Christmas music as I was prepping my yard sale stuff, and Sunday. I had spent most of my day stitching Sunday and had Christmas music playing in the background to get me into the spirit. Okay, and I've done some finishing. I do have some FFOs to share with you today. And in doing that, finishing those projects, I've wanted some suggestions from viewers of a good iron. I have a okay iron. I don't use the steam function a lot, but when I want to use it, I don't want to have to worry about the gunk that comes out of it. I don't want it to leak if I use it and then turn it back off. And I know there's some pricey ones out there, but I also know there's some really good ones out there for not too bad of a price. So if you have a good iron that gets really hot, that doesn't have an auto shut off. The one I have now, if I'm ironing something for more than, I think it's 8 seconds, it goes off unless you tilt it back up, and then you can start ironing again. So if you have suggestions or an awesome iron that you have, let me know. I would appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with stash and haul. I have several. I actually had several after my last Flosstube. My mail came, and I had several purchases in it. My first one I'll show you is from Needle Case Goodies on Etsy. Awesome prices, fast shipping. I believe she's in, I think, Utah. I think so. But I ordered it Friday, got it Monday. I could not believe how quick I was able to receive my items from her from that far away. But I got on there initially to get some chenille and the mini pom-poms for my finishing. I was gung-ho, and I was adamant that I was going to have some finishes for my next Flosstube, so I needed to get some little trimmings. But while I was on there, I found a chart. I'd been eyeballing this chart for a while, and I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. It's Plum Street Samplers Cinnamon Stars. I know a lot of people have stitched this, but I just love those colors. I just love that chart. And a chart that's similar color-wise that I'm wanting to get at the finishing touch, I'm hoping they have it in stock, is Olga's Stocking. Deb on Country Stitchers started stitching that. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. And I think it's a recent release, so I'm hoping they have it because I want that one really bad. And also from Needle Case Goodies, I got some more Pat's Favorite Needles. I didn't have any 28s. And on the Autumn the Hawk Run Hollow Autumn that I'm stitching on is a 36 count, and I heard it suggested to use size 28 needles on that. So I ordered the size 28s and 28 petites. And I thought, well, I'm going to try these petites. And I started stitching with them, and I have not stopped stitching with them on my Hawk Run Hollow. I love the little 28 petites, stitching that chart. So y'all don't need to see needles. I'm sure you know what those look like. But what I did get from Needle Case Goodies was this is the Chenille and Sizzle. Beautiful red. And I got the mini pom-poms in that same color, Sizzle. Excuse me. And I just got some Rick Rack. It's in vanilla. And this is from the Dames of the Needle mini pom-poms, Canned Pumpkin. Love that color. Beautiful. Faded orange, greenish brown. Beautiful. And the chenilles and the other mini pom-poms was from Lady Dot Creates. And I got another thing of chenille and vintage. And the funny thing is, I got these in to have some finishes, but I didn't use them on my finishes. That's okay. Speaking of finish items, I did go to Joann's and Hobby Lobby. I just got some felt to finish the back. I like how people have stitched all the way around, like their pillows, and then do a slit in the back and then cover it up. I decided I'd just use some felt, and you'll see that here in a minute. I cut out some felt to cover that stitch, closing up stitch. And then I went to Hobby Lobby. They had their 50% off ribbon and trimmings, so I got a basket full of all kinds of different ribbons and trims. Those were my reds. My daughter was getting rid of these little baskets, so I snagged those up out of the yard sale. I put my blacks and browns in a basket and my reds and oranges in a basket. So I have well stocked for my finishing supplies. Let's see here. XG Designs on Etsy. I had seen everyone showing off her linen, so I got on her Etsy shop, and she actually has a deal. If you purchase $50 or more, it's free shipping, and she is in Hungary. So I thought, okay. And her fabric prices are amazing. They're awesome. And I was ecstatic. It took about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to get from her. But that's okay. I wasn't needing it for anything specific. So I got 4 different pieces. This is a 36 count Zweigart Edinburgh linen. It's called Grandpa's Sleeve. It's a 18 by 27 inch. Oh, that yellow is coming through really strong. It's really not that bright of a yellow. It's more of a brown. But I love that. I have no specific projects for these. I just would like to get my stash built up a little bit so that when I do have something I want to start working on, I don't have to wait for items to come in to get started, because I'm impatient. I want to stitch all the things, and I want to stitch them now. This is a 9 by 13 cut of Witch's Brew. It's a 32 count. It's a purple and gray splotched. Love that. Have several little Halloween charts that I think would look fabulous on that. This is Gray Sand, an 18 by 13 cut, and it's a 36 count. Gray Sand. It's a nice neutral. It's a gray background, and with it's coming through as a strong yellow. It's more of a brown. Love that. And the last I got was a 32 count, and it is called Coffee. It's a 12 by 13. Not too big, but like I said, I have so many Halloween charts, and actually maybe a little snowman scene would look good on that as well. And included with my fabric, she sent me a free skein of green leaves, a limited edition from her. Oops, I don't know if you can see that very well. Beautiful green. I think it would be a beautiful spring green, a spring chart. So very happy with that. Let's see. Okay, I'm in a couple of floss clubs. Color and Cotton. I want to grab a sheet of paper so you can see these colors a little better. Okay. This, I get the 5 skeins from her. Color and Cotton. This is called Mink. I'm afraid that light's a little bright. It's a mink. It's very faded purple gray. I really like that. It's called Succulent. It has very faded purple and maybe a green and gray. It's very pretty. I think her colors are just gorgeous. And this one's called Royal Blue. It's nice variegated blue. Almost like a purple. Love that. And I love these types of colors. This was called Cranberry. It's kind of a pinkish red that fades into a purple, very light purple. Gorgeous. And last but not least, this one is called Old Penny, which I guess if it's one of those old grungy tarnished moldy pennies maybe, because it's kind of a greenish. It reminds me of and I don't remember which maker it is, like Old Money. I don't, maybe this is her rendition of Old Money, but it's a greenish, you know, tarnish color. It's a beautiful color. And I also just signed up for her Fabric of the Month Club, the 28 to 32 count, and I just got notification it shipped yesterday, so I'm super excited about that. But I wanted to go ahead and get a floss tube in for this week. I'm aiming for Thursdays to get them posted normally. But I was getting so much stuff backed up here, so I decided to go ahead and do one. This next group of floss is from Victorian Motto Sampler Shop. These are gorgeous, just gorgeous. I get the 6-pack from her. I know she has different. This is called Biscuit. It is a beautiful golden yellow color. It is very pretty. I don't know how true that color is coming through on this video. I'm surprised it has a DMC conversion because it's pretty variegated. Wow, this one's gorgeous. It is called Mountain Grasses, and it's a greenish, green, brown. It is so pretty. I love finding good greens and like old greens, like the fall, like they're turning from the green to the brown, and that is just gorgeous. This is pretty as well. Arizona Sand. This one's pretty variegated as well. It's I don't know, kind of a brownish yellow. Very pretty. Kind of coppery brown. And Summer Winds, gorgeous. That is a beautiful blue. Love that. I just love going back and looking at them. This one is Hazelwood. It is kind of a mustard yellow or greenish brown. Just beautiful. And this is another gorgeous red. I love finding beautiful reds. This one is called Cherry Go Round, and it is a red and fades into a purple. So pretty. Cherry Go Round. Okay, that was all of my flosses. I showed you my ribbons. I've got a list here I'm going through. Oh, at Hobby Lobby, when I went to get my ribbons and finishing supplies, they had their Halloween fall fabric 50% off, and oh my gosh, this just gorgeous. I know I'll be making a project bag out of it, and I probably should have gotten more because it is just beautiful. It's just not a color you're expecting for Halloween, but oh my gosh, those colors, that blue with the that orange just pops off of that. Just beautiful. And I got this to coordinate with it. It has sunflowers and pumpkins, corn, barrels. It's just beautiful, and it just coordinates so well with the pumpkins on this fabric. It's just beautiful. And the lady that cut this for me, she bought an entire bolt herself of the pumpkins. So I'm super excited to get a project bag put together out of this. Just finding the time. I think I told several people I needed a few more hours in the day so that I could stitch and then sew me some bags. There's just not enough time in the day. Let's see. Oh, I actually just got this in the mail today on eBay. I got this chart, Bent Creek's Winter Row. I love Snowman. I just love Snowman. And I believe that's on a blue fabric. It's a 32 count Americana blend from R&R. And what I love about this chart, I didn't realize it when I bought it, and the person I bought it from must have bought it from them. It's a shop model pattern from Ye Old Cross Stitchery in Pennsylvania, which is where I visited this past summer when we went up to visit our family. So I thought that was super cool. Okay, and since I had my yard sale on Saturday, there was the little town in New Washington usually has a bunch of yard sales. So I went up Friday and got a few things, got some throw pillows, and Sunday found out about a little shop. Not really a shop. It's at the girl's home, and she has like converted her garage behind her house into a little shop, and it's all, well, not all, but 80 to 85% primitive, and it is, she goes around to the yard sales and that type of thing and gather stuff, and it's gorgeous things. I'll show you a few things that I got. We'll start off with this. I'm not sure what this is made of. It may be clay, I'm not sure, but just a little ornament, but it's of a bee. Of course I had to have it just because. And an old tarnished grungy tray, metal tray. It was only $1. So I snagged that up. This little easel type thing, it was only 50 cents. So I figure I could do a flat finish and use that to hold it up. This was only $1 as well, just a little tiny shelf. I'm not sure what it was used for. You obviously can hang it, and then the hangers are curved this way. So I'm not sure what it was used for way back when. But it's got the little shelf here. I figured I could do some flat finishes, hang some things off of there for $1. Not bad. And this little, this compote bowl, it's about 8 inches diameter. Distressed. It's gorgeous. A gorgeous color. Fill that up with something fun, I'm sure. And this old metal tin. Not sure what it had in it, but the scene is gorgeous. It's old loggers with a horse bringing in the wood for the, or it's blocks of ice maybe, not sure. But you got the kids out skating, the dog hanging out. Just a beautiful snowy winter scene. Love it. It was 50 cents. And I love barns. Love barns. And this was in perfect shape, perfect condition. The old mail pouch barn. Just beautiful. Fall scene. Looks like it's getting ready for its first snow. And I think that was it from there. And just some, I had watched Vonna Pfeiffer's finishing tutorial with ornaments, the pillow ornaments. And she uses buttons on the back of the ribbon that you use as the hanger, and I'm like, I don't have any buttons. And then I remembered, when you get the sweaters and the shirts, and they always have the little button attached inside there somehow. I've always saved these buttons. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I think it's crazy to throw away buttons. So I had thrown these over the years in a box on our dresser. And so I have all kinds of buttons ready to go. And I think several years ago I had thrown away a lot of them because I had never used them. But I'm so excited. I got my little stash from shirts and sweaters that I'm sure we don't even have anymore. So I thought that was great. And I also had went to Walmart just to look around to see what I could find. I hadn't been in Walmart forever. They had this little chicken. I love chickens. And I think it's going to fit perfectly in my three-tiered tray. Got that. And when my husband and I went to Derby Dinner Playhouse, they have a little gift shop inside there. Really reasonably priced items. Usually gift shops can be outrageous prices, but I have all my cross stitch patterns. I have so many that have black crows in them. I just love black crows, and they had this black crow. He looks so real. I just thought he was gorgeous. He was $22 or $21. And since I didn't take my wallet in with me, I had to beg and plead with my husband, please get this for me. He thought I was crazy for wanting an old black crow, but I just think he's gorgeous. I love it. Now I need some black crow stitches put together. Oh goodness, let's see. I think that's all of my finds and stash and haul. Let's get to some whips and finishes on FFOs. I'll start with my FFOs. This is my first officially finished Christmas ornament that I cannot wait to get on my tree Saturday. This is the Lizzie Kate chart. I think I had showed you this the last time. I just hadn't finished it into an ornament, but it's Cozy Christmas Wishes. And the cookies down there was charted for green. They were green cookies. Well, I changed them to chocolate chip. So I made that little bow. She has a little bow tutorial video. It actually wasn't her video, but she included it in her playlist. So I made that bow, super simple. And this is the back. That was the felt that I got. I just cut a slit back there to put the Fiber Loft. She suggested the Mountain Mist Fiber Loft as opposed to the Polyfill. And the Fiber Loft is more fibrous, so it's a little more stiff, and you can really tell the difference because the Polyfill kind of like slides along itself. I just think this turned out fabulous, and there's my little button that I used. And Vonna had also suggested she just takes a piece of little fabric that she had stitched on, and it's just her initials and the year, and she just cuts that out and puts a little dab of the Eileen's tacky glue and there you go, all done. I love that. I was super thrilled with this, loved it. And I'm gonna put some more finishing touches on this, probably some of the chenille that I got, but this is the bee chart I had done. I just made it into a pillow and this backing fabric, and just put a big O piece of wool back, or felt back there. Happy with that. I just want to put a little more touch on there. It needs some chenille or something along that line on it. This, I still need to tack it down a little bit better. I wanted to quickly tack it on there just to see how easy it was going to be to attach this on there. I got some clear thread that I used to stitch it along the lines, but that I finished that stitch into a little pillow. That's my backing fabric, and I put piece of felt on the back of that. I just love that little primitive touch. I still need to stitch my initials and get them stuck on there somewhere, but I was really happy with the way that turned out. I had found this cording at Joann's, and it just looked great with it. I still had to tuck that in there and get that finished, but I wanted to have some finishes under my belt to show you guys in this video. Doing Flosstube has been so motivating to get some stitches done. One of the projects I'll show you here in just a moment, I stitched on it for 3 hours straight yesterday because I was bound and determined I was going to have it finished for my Flosstube today. And I also wanted to finish one more little area on my Hawk Run Hollow, which I just ran out of time last night to do it. But it's so motivating doing Flosstubes. So it's like, I gotta have some finishes. I gotta have some fully finished items. So I love that aspect of it. This, I have not, it's not fully finished, but I did get it on some sticky board. I did not allow for much margin on this. This is one of my first stitches that I did, and I think I had maybe an inch or less margin around the whole thing. So one corner is a little bit short, but that's okay. I'm going to put just some trim right in the edge of that. And then I just put some thingy Homespun on another one to back it with. And I think I'm just gonna put a little hanger on it, bows, maybe some sprigs of greenery. But love it. Super simple to finish like this. So after I got a few of these finishes under my belt, because I was stressing about how well it was all going to come together, and thrilled with it. So now I'm excited to get some charts finished so I can get all these put together. And this is the one I worked on for 3 hours last night to get it done, and I love it. Halloween from Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. But I had it all except the sawtooth satin finish. I had maybe a quarter of it done, and I told myself I'm going to finish the rest of this border. And I did. I haven't ironed it yet either, but I was thrilled because this is 35 count linen, and you know, it was pretty tedious to get those satin stitches in there, but it all came out even when my end matched up with the starting point. So I was thrilled with that. And I already have my finish idea for this, and I cannot wait to get it done. I may actually be able to work on that this evening. So this should be fully finished before Halloween, which I am super excited about. That was my fully finishes and my finish. And then I have just a couple of whips between the yard sale and just stitching here and there on a few things. I didn't have too many whips. But of course, the main one is my Hockran Hollow. I am really enjoying stitching on this. And my goal last night was to get at least this top finished. And all I need to actually do is put 5 more legs on this spider. It's missing 1 on this side and 4 more on this side. And then just the little viney things that come off the stems of the pumpkins up there, and I will be done with the top. Yay! I love this. I love stitching on this. This is 36 count parchment. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Yes, the large fabric gets cumbersome at times, but I'm keeping it rolled up. I do stitch in hand. I have tried to do the Q-snaps, and it's just easier for me to manipulate things just stitching in hand. So that's the way I've done it thus far. We'll see as we move down, see how it goes. But I am thrilled with this, and like I said, I am using the 28 petite needle, and I love it. Absolutely love it. And oh my gosh. I meant to tell you all about this earlier. My family loves to do little pranks and scare each other all the time. And I tried to scare my husband with this by putting it in his bathroom drawer, and it didn't scare him very much. So he had thought my daughter had done it. So he took this spider and attached it to some clear thread and hung it in her room somewhere. But she had already tried to scare me with it, so she wasn't scared at all. I didn't know that my husband hung it in my studio. I guess this morning, I don't know. Well, I walked into it a while ago before I came in here to do my floss tube. It caught my shoulder and then went up my hair, and oh my gosh, it scared the daylights out of me. And I thought, well, I'm going to leave that there, and I will tell Flosstube about that. Well, wouldn't you know, probably in less than 5 minutes, I went to sit in my chair, and it hit right through my hair. And I screamed again. It scared the daylights out of me. And I knew it was there. They have gotten a kick out of that. No one's home, but I told them, I texted them and I said, you have missed out because I have screamed twice now from this one little rubber spider. But we have fun with that, scaring each other. Okay, back to business. My only other whip is I want to do some ornaments. I listened to Devonna's finishing video. She said she had over, and this was however long ago she recorded that video, over 250 cross-stitch ornaments on her Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, I'm envious, I'm jealous, and I am geared up to meet that. So I have to get busy. I've got one and I've got another one as a whip, so two. I'll have at least two. But I've been going through, I get the digital subscription of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I have several little ornaments from that printed out that I'm going to start working on. And the great thing about them, I mean, you can stitch them up in a day. You'll see this progress I made in just one day. Well, actually, I started it. I got about half the tree done at the yard sale. I stitched on it while we had slow times. Oh, I guess I better show you. It's the Little House Needleworks, my house, or my home. My house. I did change the colors up a little bit. My red is licorice red, and I just think it's gorgeous. And then the green is the English ivy. The variegation in that is just beautiful for this tree. Oh, sorry. I was trying to put some light on this so you might see the color a little bit better. But yeah, I stitched on that almost all day Sunday. So that's what I love about these little ornaments. Maybe I can get 5 or 6 more under my belt on top of a few as a gift. But like I said, I have a few more already picked out to get stitched up for this Christmas. Now that's it for my finishes and my whips and my haul. I have a few shout outs. I Flosstube. I don't watch regular TV. Every now and then my husband and I will turn on a movie or something, or hear of a good series that's on Amazon Prime. But 90% of the time, our TV doesn't even come on. I Flosstube. When I'm stitching, I have Flosstube on. And I have so many Flosstubers that I watch that I'm like addicted to. So, and when I got their notifications that they have posted a video, and it's on my list to watch as soon as I get home and hit my stitchy spot. So I decided, you know, of all the ones I watch, I'm gonna each Flosstube mention 3 of them instead of giving a long list, and I'm going to figure out how to put links in the description. I just got to figure out how to do that, but I'm at least going to mention them now. Diana Zaslow, Zaslow. She's also known as Dee's Delights Stitcher. Awesome Flosstubes. A joy to watch. Great projects. I know I binged on her one evening. I watched 3 or 4 of them. Fabulous job. Another one I love to watch, and I just found her 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I went back and watched probably at least 10 of her videos. Cheryl McKinney with Tranquil Stitches. She is such a joy to watch. She's so funny. And she has the neatest little games, and like right now she has the holiday bingo that she's doing. And you send one of her friends a list of 15 words, and each of her Flosstubes, she pulls out randomly 3 words. And the first one to match all 15 of their words, you know, emails and comments bingo. And she's going to have some neat prizes. I thought that was it's so fun. It keeps you involved, keeps you interested. One of them it was over by the time I caught up with her videos, where she listed floss tubes, different people's floss tubes, and asked a question like, what quilt is hanging behind Jerry in her floss tube video at whatever minute. So it keeps you engaged and involved, and it was neat that she was having you watch other floss tubes as well. So I thought that was great. But she has some really neat ideas. She is a host of the Hawk Run Hollow Sound, one of the hosts. So go watch her. She's from Virginia. She is a joy to watch. And another one I've been watching a while, she is in Pennsylvania, is Misty Purcell. Her last name is Purcell, and that is what she goes by on YouTube, Misty Purcell. Love her. She quilts, she weaves, has started dyeing her own fabric. She has also started designing cross-stitch charts, and I just love watching her. She's just fun and does some great things. She's working on I don't know if it's a quilt block or a star, each state star. Oh, I can't remember what the significance of each block is, but it's each state, and it's very small blocks, and it's just beautiful. She's done a fabulous job, but she also quilts and just a little bit of everything, and I just love that. So those are my 3 shout outs. Go check them out, give them a like, subscribe. I thank you for coming by and watching me again, visiting me, and if it's your first time by, I thank you for stopping in and spending some time with me today. Hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and comment. Like I said, I would love to know your iron suggestions. I'm looking for a new iron, and I would love to know, if you have a good one, let me know. I would appreciate it. And don't forget, when I reach the 500 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway. So, until hopefully next week, you have a great stitching week. Bye-bye.